All right, it's your boy Dustin from the Flying Chariots, The Rise. And hey, I got a special guest here with me. Her name is B, and she's from Chicago, and she's a ghost investigator. And yeah, and I'm really excited to hear her backstory. So, B, can you tell me where you grew up and how you got into the field of the ghost phenomena?
I'm from Chicago, the suburbs. So I'm from DeKalb. Okay, and basically my grandma when I was little, she passed away and she haunted us. And that's basically what got me going into ghosts and stuff. I was like 8 and I like bought my very first like ghost hunting kit for like $100 online because I saw it on the ghost hunting show. So obviously I never used it, but that's basically what like got me interested. It was actually a really crazy story. Basically what happened to me was I'll be sleeping in my room and I had this like dresser in my room. It was really wobbly, like the legs, they were super thin. So like if you walked up to it and touched it, it would like shake. So
Mhm.
I had a bunch of empty monster cans on it because I was like little, I collected them. I thought they were like the coolest thing. And one night I was sleeping in my bed and all of a sudden I heard the dresser shake, like all the monster cans started shaking. And I'm like, oh heck no, I was really scared. I like threw the covers over my head. I'm like, what the heck was that? And then probably a couple nights later, I was sleeping in my bed and my back was because like my bed was against the wall, so like my back was to the walkway, and like obviously heads out of the covers, and I felt this little like thing playing with my hair, and I got like shivers down my whole body, and I threw the covers over my head, and I was like really scared, because my grandma used to do that. We would sit in her house. She had like a chair facing the TV, and behind it was the kitchen. You could walk past it. So like every time we're watching TV, she would just come play with our hair as we're watching TV. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I felt that exact feeling, and I'm like, oh hell no! So I ran to my mom's room. I'm like, Mom, there's a ghost in my room. She's like, no, there's not. I was like, yes, it is. But and then a couple nights after that, actually, I was sleeping in my room and I heard like how like you're half asleep but you're not all the way asleep yet. I heard like my name getting called. It was like really fast and it woke me up and I was like, what the heck? And I jumped like after I heard that. I was like I was kind of scared. I threw the covers over my head, right? I laid back down and I was about to fall asleep again and I heard it again. And I jumped up so fast, I ran to my mom. Like, Mom, something called my name. Right now, the crazy part about it is a couple days after that, my grandpa, they're older, so you know, they kind of need a woman to like clean the house, cook for them. You know what I'm saying? My grandpa made all the money and she took care of home basically. So after she passed away, he married kind of fast. So he married somebody that he probably shouldn't. She was kind of crazy. Um, and she was there alone one night, right? Because my grandpa, his shop flooded at 12 in the morning, right? This is where it gets crazy. So my grandpa's shop flooded at 12 in the morning. So he left to go tend to that. And all of a sudden his house catches on fire. Okay, with that lady in it, and she had actually 40 cats. No lie, she had 40 cats. It was insane. So, yeah, it's a long time ago. So, but yeah, basically the house caught on fire with her and all of her stuff in it, and she lost like half the cats died in the fire. My grandpa,
Oh
he was
no.
gone already. That same night, my grandma's house got electrocuted by lightning, but didn't catch on fire. Right now,
Whoa.
when my grandma was here, she said no other woman's gonna live in my house. You know what I'm saying? She's always said that. So I think because after that, all the hauntings stopped. So I think she was really just to let us know, like I'm here. She got that lady at her house, and then she got her peace. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Wow.
after that, she's like, all right, I'm out. But she let everybody know though that she was here and that she did what she was gonna do.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
know?
say.
Yeah, because it's so weird. Like, why would my grandpa's shop flood the same night? Then the house catching fire and her sister's house got electrocuted. That was my
Wow.
grandma.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what poltergeist shit is that? My
Hmm.
God, that
Yep, it
is
was crazy.
crazy.
That's why I was
Huh.
like, yes, go for real.
That is all right. So that's your little first stint of the paranormal there. So what what got you now like investigating it personally and doing your own independent research and finding people that are like-minded like you that are doing the same thing? Because I we mentioned before we started that you knew Jack
Hmm.
and Francesca, and yeah, you want to tell me how you met them and
Yeah.
maybe some of the first investigations that you've been on?
Yes. So basically, ever since I was a kid, like I've loved scary stuff. I've always wanted to be a ghost hunter. Like that's always what I wanted to be for real. People are like, I want to be a cop. I want to be a firefighter. I've always wanted to be a ghost hunter for real. So actually, um, I was at work and I met somebody, or he was the guy who works there. These people in my town, they were having a meeting at the library, talking about what like their ghost hunting and stuff like that. So he told me about it. He's like, "Oh yeah," and so I was interested. So I added the guy on Facebook, and I seen one day. I never went to the thing, but I seen one day he posted a status, and he's like, "Does anybody want to come with me?" So he's going to a haunted location in Indiana. So I commented, I was like, "Me, I'll go," you know. So then he's like, "Okay, yeah." So I went down there with him. First, we went to the Gypsy Graveyard in Indiana.
Hmm.
So that was really cool. That was my first time using dowsing rods, and I got them to work. The video is on my TikTok. So that was really exciting. I was like, "Oh!" And then after that, we went to the old Lake House Sheriffs in Crowns Point, Indiana. That was a really cool place. One of my favorite experiences was there. We were staying in like one of the jail cells. It was me and my friend, and now the guy that I was with, he had something in his ear to amplify the sound. So we're staying in the dark, kind of by the corner, and out of the corner of my eye, I seen a shadow like run past us, and both of us looked. We both saw it. We're like, "What the heck?" And he was over there in the corner, and he was like, "Yeah, there's something behind you guys. I just heard the footsteps." I'm like, "Oh." So that was one of my favorite memories. That was my first ever like investigation.
Oh
So like
shit.
that was cool. Yeah, I'm always gonna remember that.
Right.
So, but yeah, then after that I started going because he has his own team now. I'm a solo investigator. I just kind of go. So he has his own team, but he'll invite me to some places, and then yes, I believe he invited me to where was it? I want to say it was in Oregon. It was the old piano factory. I want to say now they sell stuff. And basically he invited me to that, which Jack was hosting it. So that's how I met Jack. And then yeah, they just started coming up with events, and then I just like started. They invited me, and like now we're all cool. We just go ghost hunting all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, again, I like how everybody's got all these little independent groups and they stick tight
mhm.
with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that's cool. That's cool. Because like sometimes you don't want to like force stuff into a group because like sometimes group things don't always work out. But it's cool like when
sure.
you meet cool people and you guys can just do your own thing. So
Exactly. Yeah. And you become like best friends, especially it's
mhm.
like, especially a topic like this. You don't meet too many people who are so in depth, especially going out to the field. I mean, it's like one thing to go to a few haunted houses like towards Halloween time or something like that, but the fact that you go out on your free time and you're just generally interested, and maybe just curious if it's like people are bullshit about this area, saying like it's super haunted, but when you go, it's like there's nothing here. I don't
Yeah.
feel nothing. Nothing's working for me, or you know what I'm saying? Just again,
Mhm.
going out to see it for yourself is that's what's awesome. And then here in
Right.
Wisconsin too, we're like there's home of tons of haunted houses all over. I think there's one in Madison that I know of. It's not a house, but it's a bar off of Atwood, and it's called the Ohio. And there's been ghost teams, and I think they had like a TV show go there one time. And this building has been up there since the early 1900s, and they've been having bizarre shit happen at this building since that time. It's been there. Like there's been like bizarre fires, suicides, and there's been like the stools be flipped, and there'd be bottles being thrown off the shelves and shit. Just weird shit.
Oh
And
wow.
I think the last time I was in there was like weird doll heads. I don't know if they were trying to like hyping up the paraffin, the ghost. I don't know.
Mhm.
But again, it's just that one spot in Madison that I know of that has been researched by professionals and like has still a general interest for other ghost hunters who do pass by in Madison. So if anybody is a ghost hunter and wants to come or is in Madison or in the area, Atwood, the Ohio, and they have good tacos there too. So
Heck yeah, I'm gonna have to check that place out. That sounds pretty cool.
yeah, yeah.
For sure.
And I think they let if anybody who is into that, if you just let them know that you're doing a little um, investigation, that they're like, oh yeah, for sure, why
Right.
not?
Right. Heck yeah. I'm sure that brings them, more customers as well. So they're
Sure.
probably like, yes, bring them on in.
Exactly right. The tacos are good, and then
Mhm.
No, let's see. I haven't had any personal experience with ghosts myself, but my dad has, and he always tells the story to people who were talking about ghosts at the time or around him at the time. But yeah, he when he was a kid, him and his cousin were at the house waiting to hear news about their grandfather that was in the hospital, and they get a phone call from their parents from the hospital saying that grandpa passed. And right when they hung up the phone, their grandpa had a workshop in the basement, and they heard the pounding of uh, the hammered nails to the sawing of
Oh wow.
the wood and shit. Like the guy had to finish his project before he left Earth. So, and the kids are fucking wicked. My dad and his cousins were like crying and screaming and shit, and like hiding in the corner and shit. Whether the
Oh.
parents get home, but it stuck with him, like that, like something they both, the fact that they both heard it and they were both terrified,
Like
makes
they
you
couldn't make
really
that shit
wonder.
up. Like that shit really happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it makes you wonder why some spirits like want to stay around. Like, do they want to watch their family grow up, or they want to watch, or just envious of death and just want like, fuck,
Right.
I'll
Like,
stick
why do they
around.
want to die? Right.
And
Maybe they had some unfinished business, or maybe they can't leave too. Maybe they're
sure,
stuck here for a reason.
sure.
But right, maybe you want to finish the last project before
Exactly.
you
It's like that.
left.
He's like, I ain't leaving. Like, I bet it's
Mhm.
like that light was still pulling him. He was fucking swinging away, like, uh. But yeah, no, it makes you wonder. Especially if there is reincarnation, where why our souls had to come back to Earth,
Right.
or if there is I like the Poltergeist. They did a lot of homework in that movie, and like how to present like the real poltergeist and like the real how it might be, especially well that one's kind of a little way over the top, but again, there's still that form of you know ghosting and different levels of like the regular hauntings to
Right.
stuff that
Like
actually can actually hurt
moving.
you,
Yeah.
physically. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Is
So
any
far,
sorry.
I don't think I really encountered anything too evil. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that's like scared the shit out of me. But
Mhm.
there's definitely been some times like, you're like, okay, like you can just feel the energy, like something. Cause like my thing is, I wonder if like ghosts, cause like they can portray their emotion onto you. You know what I'm saying? And like they can be mad and sad, but I don't know if that's necessarily a demon. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's just a mad spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
But
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
'Cause obviously I haven't died, but
Yeah. No, again, it's just it's really, yeah, it's a big mystery. It's like we're all gonna experience it some way or another.
all of our questions are literally going to be answered one day.
Yeah. No, again, I really hope so. And yeah, again, have you known anybody or did anybody got hurt during ghost hunting because there was an angry spirit? Because I know I've seen those like dolls, like that Annie doll that's really haunted. Yeah, I think
At the
you heard about
Conjuring
that.
House.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just does she hurt people or what's her deal?
I'm actually not. I'm pretty sure she does hurt people. She did. That's why they made the base of film off of her. It's actually being held in Rhode Island because I did my research on it. Because I want to go to the Conjuring House, which you can go to. I've been looking into that. But yeah, basically the that doll is being held in Rhode Island at the family at the what are their names? Um, what are their names?
Oh, I don't
Uh,
know.
the people in the movie. What were their names? You never saw The Conjuring?
No, I didn't. So
You've
I
never seen The
know,
Conjuring?
I know. I'm so like behind on my horror movies.
That is insane. Oh my gosh. That
All
is
right, so
insane.
hey, shame on me. All right, I'll watch that one
Yeah,
on
now
your
you have
head.
homework to do. Now you have to
I got
watch
homework to do. Okay,
it.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so
Everybody else
I
is laughing at me.
yeah, so I forgot Ed and Lorraine Warren. That's who they are.
Okay,
Yeah, so basically they have a um all of their stuff that they've collected over the years of ghost hunting, they've put in the basement of their house, locked it up. But now it's in a museum somewhere since they both passed away. They have it in a museum in Rhode Island. Now, sometimes it used to be open to the public all the time, but now it's not. It has certain times they'll let people come, like you got to buy tickets and stuff like that to walk
sure.
through, basically see all the possessed and haunted stuff, which the doll is there. I've seen on YouTube them moving her before, and like they put holy water, like gloves, like the whole 9 yards. And like cause she's in a box with like chains on it or surrounded by holy water. And like I've seen them, I saw the video of them move her to another box. Like it was crazy. They were all scared. It was cool. But yeah,
That's
she's real. I know she definitely, because I saw a video too. The wife Lorraine, she's the medium. Now she basically even said she's like, I won't even look at that doll for too long. Like it's just so evil. She said that's like one of the most evilest things she's ever like been around. So yeah, she's the Annabelle's a pretty big deal. So
wow. That's insane.
mhm.
Okay. So is there any other like stuff like Annie? Is there any other? I think there's like another like older doll. I feel like it's like a sailor looking rag doll looking thing. You seen that
I have
thing?
heard about that. Yes, I'm not exactly sure about that. But I have heard about that. There's a couple haunted dolls around, I'm sure. I know you can even go to eBay and try to get haunted dolls, and some of them are actually haunted. I wouldn't recommend that because you don't really because people they conjure up evil spirits. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? Like, people really can possess anything they want to possess, so you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Like when people go to eBay, they buy like a divot box. Have you heard of that?
Hmm.
It's
Yep.
basically that box that can hold a demon in it. Yeah, people they try to order those too, and they get them, and it's like, why would you do that?
That is weird.
I'm all for ghost hunting and everything, but right, it's the difference between demons. You know, I don't want to summon something, and like that is just crazy.
That
Like I
is
don't
pretty
want to get
crazy.
possessed. You know what I'm saying? Like that is just insane. But some people they want to risk it.
Well, there is the black web. So I guess yeah, there's
Mhm.
people are just insane. And yeah, if you ever just order those like mystery boxes, I was like, yeah, let's open this. Looks like it's like half human, or like
Yeah, man,
it's a
for
human body
real.
part in there.
Man, that is crazy. Yeah, I went to Rock Island, this old furniture store called the Dan Van something. I know I'm really bad with the names. I've been to so many places within the last year. I've just started to actually go something within like June or July is when I first started. So it's about to be a whole year. So like I've gone to like 10 places since then. I've been trying to go a lot. Every time I can. And that's not including graveyards. That's just like big places that, have been haunted. I really want to go to that Joliet prison. Ghost Hunters, they did a show on that one. That one's really haunted. So that's going to be my plan this spring to go there eventually. But yeah, so I went to this Rock Island place and it was actually really good. Basically, it was like mobsters. There was this one guy, he was a big mobster. Al Capone, he used to go there. They have actually a room in the basement where they used to shangle up girls, like shackle up the girls on the walls and like, sex traffic them, abuse them, prostitute them. Yeah, it was a whole big thing. So when we were there, like he had to sign a waiver and everything. It was crazy. So the girl who owns it now, it was her and her husband's. Now it's a furniture store. She passed away, I guess, but she still doesn't. And she even told me before she left, she's like, be careful because there's this girl named Helen who used to run with the mob guy, and she would help lure the girls in, type shit. So she's like, just be careful. So I was like, okay, now that place, I got a lot of evidence. That's also on my TikTok. I got a lot of good evidence from that too. Now basically it was crazy because we were in like the third floor. I went with that other team. They're called Parge. The guy I told you that I met from the library. They're called Parge. You can even interview him too. He's pretty cool. He's been doing it for a long time. But yeah, so basically we were up there with his team, and they have a app on their phone that you can talk. It's called a Ghost Talk or something. Now I'm not sure how legit it is, because it's a phone app, but it was saying some things that made sense with what was going on. And
Hmm.
there was no possible way that it could know that somebody had red hair in there because we never once mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought maybe the phone might hear what we're saying and just say stuff like it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not exactly sure how it works. But we did get some crazy stuff when we were up there. It's on my TikTok. It was a video. It said, watch what's coming or I'm coming, something like that. And so we're looking. Somebody said they pictured something like running on a ceiling. So we're all looking at the ceiling. We're like, we're waiting. And it said it was coming for red hair. And I'm like,
Man.
oh, it's coming for me. So yeah, it was crazy. I was the only one with red hair. So it was crazy.
That
And
is
then
crazy.
yeah, so and then also we did get to say Helen also a couple times. So that was pretty crazy. I think there's a portal, supposed to be a portal in there, and a couple other things. So there's a couple portals in there. It was a very, very big building. It was very interesting. It was really cool. I definitely want to go back because people were also getting sick. Some lady, she thought she was gonna throw up. She was coughing a lot, she
Mm,
couldn't breathe. And then this other guy, he felt really depressed. He started crying. He felt very depressed. He was disorientated. He's like, we have to get out of here. We have to get out of here. Yeah, so something evil was there for sure. I
mm.
didn't personally feel any like attack like that, but like I said red hair, and the Helen lady, she was after me. But other than that, it was a pretty cool place. Let's see, because this other guy too, he was crying. He's like, man, two guys were crying. He's like, man, it's making me cry. These are grown big men. You know, they're not like crying, like bawling, but like they're like, man, my eyes are watering. Like it's making me cry. Because like they can portray their sadness onto you, or they can,
Mm.
make you, yeah, they can like make you feel what they feel. Like especially go to old prisons, stuff like that. It's a sad atmosphere, so they basically want you to feel what they feel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really crazy. I've never felt it yet. Like no ghost has ever made me like sad or anything like that. But I've seen it to a couple people. If you're more sensitive to it, it's more likely to happen to you. I brought this one boy with me one time. He had a horrible time. He hated it just because you're more sensitive to it. Like they feel it stronger than other people. So like they feel like more, you know what I'm saying? Like I
Hmm.
kind of wish I could feel it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I want to feel it. you know?
Yeah, I
Like,
definitely know what you mean. Yeah, fuck that.
yeah.
If it's for real, like yeah,
If
nah, nah, man.
Right, if you're gonna make me like cry or like want to kill myself or want to kill everybody or something, like I don't really want to feel it.
Sure, sure.
So yeah,
Huh.
that's crazy. So that's why they always say don't go ghost hunting by yourself, because oftentimes you get disorientated or whatever the case may be, and you're gonna die. No one's gonna know where you are.
Sure.
Speaking of that, I did go to the Bachelor's Grove Cemetery in Chicago,
Ah,
Cook County. Yeah, it's basically one of the most one of the haunted cemeteries. It's one of the older ones. There's figures of a white lady. There's also dogs reported there, and behind it is like this big woods, okay, and there used to be cool activity there. And now I just started out, so I'm like, I'm gonna go something, guys. So I went by myself. Okay, and I went to these woods. Now I didn't know the woods were back there until after I got there. I was like, there's paths and stuff, it's pretty cool. So I went back there and I heard the most craziest like blood curdling scream. Like it's springtime, so there's trees, like you can't see through the woods at all. And I'm back there, and I was on live with Jack. I was on live with him. Um, and as soon as I cut off the live, I literally, as soon of course, that's when I cut off the live. I couldn't have did it when I was on live, of course. But I heard it was like literally someone's getting their head chopped off. Like it was the most like just deepest like scream I've ever heard in my life. I turn around and say, "What the fuck?" I ran up there so fast. I'm like, hell no, because it's a cult in those woods. Like those woods are known for cults. Like you're not gonna get me, because Jackie said that maybe they're trying to lure me into the woods to check it out. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go this way. So yeah, that was
that's
really
insane.
interesting. Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, fuck that. Uh-uh. If I heard something like that. No, I haven't experienced anything like crazy yelling in the woods or anything. Again, I really haven't explored or gone into the field looking for Bigfoot or looking for ghosts and stuff like that. So again, I do want to do it. I talked to Jack, and whenever I go to Chicago or if he ever comes here to Madison, we'll do something together because I want someone who knows what they're doing because I'm
Oh
just not
yeah, of
gonna,
course.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if anybody has the tools too, that's
Yes.
another thing too. If you so what gadgets do you work with personally?
So yeah, I'm starting to get my gadget game up, okay? I've got the dowsing rods, I have EMF meters. I actually just got a digital recorder. Somebody gifted it to me for Christmas, and I also got a Boo Buddy. Do you know what that is?
For anybody who doesn't know, tell us more.
Oh, okay. Boo Buddy is basically like a toy that talks.
Hmm.
It'll just ask questions like, "What time is it?" or just to engage a spirit with it,
Sure,
like a
sure,
kid.
sure,
And then you just have the digital recorder going next to it, and then it just picks up like if something's talking back to it
sure,
or something
sure.
like
Okay.
that. So it's pretty cool. I have yet to use it, but my favorite is the REM pod for sure, because I got a lot of stuff off that. We were
Yeah.
at the last place we went to, me, Jack, and all them. We got We got that to go off on the stage because it was almost like something was running around us. There was something else. I forget what's a triangle thing. I forget the gadget's name. I'm really bad with names, so I gotta write stuff
All right.
down.
All right.
But it's a little triangle thing. We put one up here, and then there was one down here on the stage. We were up like on the visors, like where there's a bunch of chairs. Oh, it was the Rockford Memorial Building Museum for all the old veterans.
Mm.
Okay, so that's what the building was. So go to that in Rockford, guys. It's good. But basically, yeah, there's this third floor where there's a big auditorium where there's a stage, and then like you go up these stairs, and then there's like a lot of chairs up there, like to watch it. And basically we had something up there, then I put something down on the stage, and something was literally just running around us. Like this would go off, and then this would go off, and then this would go off again. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, maybe it's a kid. So I had asked the question. I was like, if there's any kids here, can you please make the one on the stage go off? Because this one just went off. And like 3 seconds later, that one started going off. We're like, oh, yeah, it was really crazy. I'm like, wow. So I got that on video. Because at first it went off, it was me and Jack. We were talking right in front of the stage, and it started going off, and obviously I wasn't recording, I wasn't ready, so I'm like, what the heck? So it went off like 4 times before I actually recorded, because every time it went off I wasn't ready. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was like, I have to catch it, and then I finally caught it like a lot of times. It was really cool.
No, it's
Just
so
cool,
awesome.
when you catch the best evidence, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, especially for yourself. It's something just to see it from like a TV screen or something. Again, I like the people who are actually in the field doing it
Mhm.
themselves because yeah, it's just the fun of it, and then it makes even other people who are watching you more curious. It's like, well, maybe I should do it. Maybe I should like explore because if she's doing it, maybe I could do it.
Right,
But
heck yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah.
I don't think you do as good as you though. It's like, hey,
I
just kidding.
mean,
I'm just
no,
kidding.
I'm
I'm boosting your ego.
yeah, it's cool.
Is
No.
a they only fuck with the gingers.
Yep. Oh
Maybe
yeah,
you
they
can
love
ask them.
us.
Hey, maybe you can ask the ghost. Why does gingers only get orange colored pets?
They actually might know the answer. They
They
might
might know the answer because at least the cats know. Like they're like, I think cats are more inclined when it comes to
yeah.
death and the spirits
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff like
more
that. Because they be steering
spiritual.
off to the into something, or they know when someone's about to die. They jump on someone's chest. That happens at the
Yeah.
hospital and stuff like that. But again, it's even the Egyptians too. Why do they worship them as gods? Something special about them, maybe helping
And
them
why
to
do
the
cats
spirit
have
world.
9 lives?
Yes, right.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
Because I think it's definitely a spiritual thing for sure.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That makes you wonder, just like cats. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. um,
Maybe if you could go on with that, but just like cats.
cats. Yeah, damn, catnip. Hmm.
For real.
No, it's just no, it's just a weird coincidence of like how you know it interacts with our soul, or they know what's up in a sense.
Yeah.
Um, no, it's really cool. Um, you said you went to Wisconsin to investigate a few places. If you can remember where, was it Milwaukee or
I
I
believe it
think,
was Milwaukee. We went
okay.
to the Broadhead Manor. Have you ever heard of it?
Ah, I know where
It's like,
Broadhead is. Yeah.
yeah, it's basically an old mansion. This guy, he was like a rich guy. He had like I almost like 7 kids. Don't hold me to that, Jack knows. But he had a lot of kids. Now this was his youngest son's mansion. I guess most all the rest of them got tore down. So this is the last one left, and it's like his youngest son. Some nice people own it now, so they like rent it out. Like you can go stay the night there, and it's definitely haunted. Like the caretakers had experiences. A
Hmm.
lot of people's had experiences there. There's been a lot of videos done on it and stuff. So we went out there, and I guess they got it for the weekend. I only went there for one day because I had to work. But we stayed there, and I did get some good evidence. There was this hot tub that actually kept going off. People kept catching it going off, and that was a button that you got to push in for it to go off, so it doesn't just turn on lightly. You know what I'm saying? And um, a couple people that got it. This guy named AJ. Follow AJ True Crime on TikTok. That's one of my friends as well. He went there and he got it to go off with his friend that when it was in the tub when it went off. So that was insane. But I actually go something with him a lot too. He's actually really cool. I met him at the Conover Square, which was the
Hmm.
one in Oregon where I met Jack and everybody else. So yeah, he's actually cool. But Yes. So basically, also I spent the night there. So I was sleeping in this room, and I kept hearing creaking, like someone was coming into my room, and I got it on record. I'm like, but I was recording me at the time because I was like, okay, you guys, I'm sleeping in a haunted mansion. Like I was scared a little bit, and like as I was talking, you hear it, and at first you hear a noise like a knock, and I'm like, what the heck was that? And it did it again, and I'm like, at this point, I'm scared. I'm like, I don't want to move right now because there's nobody. Everybody was sleeping. There was a boy. He was sleeping in the room next to me, but he wasn't moving, making any sounds or anything. And everyone else there were down floors, so like it was definitely right by my room. So I'm like, oh heck no. And then um I heard it again too as the video goes on. It's like a 3 minute video. As the video goes on, I hear creaking, and I'm just like, I just put the covers over my face. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to go. No, it was really cool. Like once I fell asleep, it was fine. But like the falling asleep part was scariest. And the tub was in the boys' room next to me, and that also went off at like 7 in the morning. I woke up. I heard it. I'm like, what is that noise? I'm like, is that the tub? But he didn't hear it. He was slept
Hmm.
right through it. I'm like, that is crazy.
That is
That night,
crazy.
that night, a boy actually seen like a shadow figure there. Like that place is haunted for sure. I 10 out of 10 recommend it. It feels homey, like it's weird because it feels home. It doesn't feel like evil or anything like that. It's probably just some spirits there just chilling for whatever the reason may be. You know what I'm saying? They just want to let us know that they're there. I think the caretakers think it's a girl, a little girl spirit there. That's what that was doing the hot tub thing. She said there's a little activity like that that goes on. So I'm not exactly sure, but so it was pretty cool. But we also checked out the Jeffrey Dahmer location where his building used to be when we were
Ooh,
out there. Yes, we checked out
that's
that.
cool.
Obviously, it's torn down now, but
Hmm.
and then we did go to apparently he lived in another building like down the street for a short amount of time. We checked out that building. We're actually thinking about coming back in the spring out there.
Oh,
So
cool.
we will let you know though, so you can come with us.
That'd be awesome. Please let me know.
I
Because
got you.
yeah, please do. Yeah, we'll keep in
You can get the
contact and
first
stuff
hand
then.
experience.
Yes, that'd be really cool. You
And
can
we all got
show
different
me
equipment. So we're gonna check
the
it.
I was gonna say, there's a isn't there like a little convention coming up in Chicago, like the
Yeah.
paranormal convention that Jack is doing?
Yes.
You Can you tell me more? You know what day that is? So I think I
Um.
might try to make that if I can.
Yeah. I want to say it's in April. I just got the invite myself. I'm really bad with dates until I
Okay,
get called up. But
sure.
yeah, basically it's cool. Like a bunch of vendors come because I've been to one of his conventions. The last one, that one was pretty cool. It was like at the Thornton Distillery. It
Mm.
was a Krampus convention. So like the Krampus guy was there. So it
Oh,
was
cool.
pretty cool. And then there was some like paranormal people were selling things. That's basically what it's gonna be. People are gonna be selling things, people are gonna be talking about things. There was like UFO guy talking at the convention in the Thornton. It was UFO guy talking and stuff like that. So there's cool stuff like that. I'm sure it's gonna be all on the sorry, my cat. I'm sure it's gonna be all in the all on the Facebook page, and like I'm sure he'll tell you more about it. But it's supposed to be it's going to be a big one, so I'm sure there's
Yes,
going to be a lot of
yes. He
cool
was
stuff.
encouraging me to go down there, so I think I
Oh
might
yeah,
if I'm available. Yeah, I can meet you down there too. And yeah, again, I like to meet everybody in person because I like my like-minded people. I don't have too many in my inner circle, so yeah,
yeah,
makes it very kind of lonely. And again, somewhat like I'm known for this stuff, and then like have it kind of like not be. It's kind of funny and weird, but and
yeah.
again, it's funny. Whatever. That's why I'm doing this shit and having
Yeah,
fun
no,
with
that's
it.
good. No, that's cool because you're networking, you're meeting people, that like what you like. Like
Exactly.
that's great. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Exactly.
Like, I'm happy I
Yeah.
met them because, like I said, I've always wanted to be a ghost since I was a kid. So like when I met people and like I finally started doing it, I'm like, yes, I feel like it's a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always wanted to be this. So it's cool. And like, yeah, I met a lot of cool people along the way. Some people, everyone's like, ghost hunters are weird. Like some of them are a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, but most of them are we're cool. We're cool. So it's cool.
It is cool. No, it
Hmm.
is again, it's very everybody's everybody who I met that's in this field has been really nice. I
Yep.
haven't really
Okay.
got any negative um
Like
feedback
five.
or anything like that. So yeah, again, I just want to meet these people in person and go out in the field one of these days and Yeah. Again,
Oh
if
yeah,
you're
we'll
in my
find.
area, come hang out. We'll go
Okay.
go get a drink at the haunted bar in here.
Period. Period. That's fine with me. We'll try to find some ghosts for you so you can have it firsthand. Because that's the one thing with ghost hunting is sometimes it's slow, so you don't catch
Sure.
things all the time. You
Sure.
know, it's like that's why the shows they cut out a lot of the stuff because sometimes it's boring for hours. You're not catching anything. You know what I'm saying? But
Sure.
other times it's activity, activity, activity because they also feed off your energy. So if you're going in with good energy, it gives them energy to do stuff. They're not like zoo animals. You can't just be like, do a trick and it does a trick. You know what I'm saying? So you can ask it, can you make this thing light up? And it might not do it because it's like, no, do I look like I'm gonna make that thing light up? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
but sometimes it
Yes.
works. So it really just depends on like, your energy as well.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so we'll try to find something good for you,
All
so we
right.
can show you, so you
All
can see
right.
what it's
All right. All right.
like.
All right, B. All right, B. Ain't fronting. No,
Period.
no, I was gonna say, yeah, we'll keep in touch. And yeah, is there any place where people could find you, like on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, TikTok?
Yes, I do have a TikTok. It's B_ghost chasing. I have an Instagram, which is also the same B_ghost chasing. On my Facebook is B ghost chasing because it wouldn't let me put an underscore in the name. So everything's just basically B ghost chasing because I be ghost chasing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
so
sense. That's
that's what I
awesome.
did there. Yeah, you see what I did there. My name starts with a B, B ghost chasing.
Yes, I like it. It's my
I'm
lingo.
actually gonna,
It's
yeah, I'm actually gonna get some shirts made eventually. That's
oh,
I'm
that'd
not
be
wearing it right now, but I'm gonna get some to represent.
okay. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Again, we could promote that too in the future. And again, we have I like to have group chats with people who are in the same field and the same interest. I have other ghost hunters I've interviewed, and I haven't really had a group chat with those group of people yet. So
Mm,
I'm gonna have you back on in the near future to have a group chat with just everybody just to kick the shit and have your
perfect.
opinion, kick some laughs, have some
Mhm.
friends, make some new
Yeah,
friends,
perfect. Now that I
networking.
like know what to expect and like it's not
See, is
horribly
that
bad.
was that a good icebreaker?
Yes.
Me
Yeah, just
goofing off
beginning, I'm
and
like,
like
I was
staring into me talking about cats half the time. No.
yeah, it's cool. Yeah, once like the vibe is cool, because that's another thing too. Is some people are like, "Oh, you're having an interview." They're probably gonna say ghosts aren't real, and they're probably gonna like ruin
Oh
the
no,
interview.
no, no,
And I'm
no,
like,
no.
you're not.
No,
But I do want.
I'm very open minded to all these subjects, and I think it's just fun to talk about because it just feels like we're living in this like sci-fi world, and it is.
Mm,
It's like a sci-fi world that we live in, and people just don't, I think, take it for granted. I don't know, and just don't like want to explore. Who knows? Or just
right.
maybe scared to, or the religion. There's all different reasons why people don't want to dig deep or just don't have any interest. So again, I just like finding like-minded people like you to chit chat about this shit. So
Yeah, it's cool to
yeah,
hear the stories, experiences, because it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. And
cool.
I believe the world could literally have anything in it. Like we're probably brainwashed right now. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine if we were in a simulation right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It could literally be anything. So I'm open minded as well. So
yeah, yeah.
it's pretty
I
cool.
totally agree. Well, hey, again, I want to thank you again for joining us. Hey, can you stick with me for 2 more minutes?
Thank you for
All right.
having me.
Yeah, definitely.